Guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Forex update for the day. So we are going to go over to those charts. Euro US dollar. Yeah, you can see we broke back above that range yesterday. Tapped the top level of resistance, horizontal resistance we got in, and have subsequently came back down, and now we're basically about mid-range now, so a bit of an indecision here. But we are above this this horizontal level we broke through, so that's probably it's probably a bullish signal, and I would expect us to make our way back to the top, of this line. We'll just extend this a little bit, but yeah, back to the top. But moving average is obviously very bullish. You can see we literally came down and tapped the 21 on the daily actually. So yeah, that's obviously a good sign. I mean, you can see our interaction with the 21. We were like, well, if we start here, we'll pin down by it, broke back off, broke back above it, back tested it, got all the way up away from it, came back to it, bounced off it, broke through it, pinned down underneath it, back above it, and now back tested it and moving back upwards for the time being. So 21 period average on the daily is one of my favorite ones. That and the 200, the 50 not so much. I mean, it's more there. It's more there just to give us an overall view of the trend and to obviously show us the golden and death crosses, which we've got the golden cross just here. So yeah, I would expect this to remain bullish, obviously until it doesn't. But yeah, so you can see the 12-hour. We can just basically see the same picture a bit more clearly. Yep, 4-hour. Are we gonna get any TDs on the 4-hour TDs? Any TDs? Yeah, we got a nice TD9 here on the 4-hour, and that was obviously what sent us back down. So yeah, good trade there. You might have been looking at that thinking we were coming down already before the 9, but you would have been wrong thinking that. But yeah, the 4-hour 9 breaking below the 4-hour 9, it clearly got some downward movement. Obviously down to what we could see on the daily was the 21. Yeah, so nice trade off the 4-hour 9 there, Euro US dollar. Cable. Oh, look at this cable looking strong, isn't it? Cable, we're obviously looking at this breaking out of this down, this basically downwards trend line. So we were just expecting a move up. We obviously got this horizontal here, which is our first target, which we are closing in on. If we take that, I mean, I'd expect us to get to the 200 daily at least. So yeah, just generally speaking, this is bullish until it's not. We could get resisted here and have a bit of a pullback, but I'll just expect more upside really at the moment until obviously we get a confirmed trend change. 12-hour, not much to really look at on the 12-hour, and then the 4-hour. Yeah, not a lot really here on the 4-hour either. We can see we've got these strong moves up, but yeah, we've got this horizontal, so this could potentially cause us a bit of resistance, but we'll have to assess that when we get there. But really, I'll be aiming for the 200 daily. Dollar index. Go to the daily first. Yeah, you can see we've got a pretty clear indecision sort of candle going on here. Are we going to move up or are we going to move down? We don't really know. Obviously, we've got this sort of horizontal level we can see here. We are pretty much interacting with. I've not got it drawn on. There's no real need to clutter this chart up anymore. But yeah, so really it's a case of if we close today below this candle, I mean, I would expect 95s or lower to come through. I'm overall bearish of this asset now fundamentally, but we don't trade fundamentals. But yeah, 12-hour, yeah, I mean, you can see we broke down, back tested, yeah, and then broke down again from this horizontal. So yeah, I mean, I'll be aiming for this realistically. 4-hour, yeah, I mean, we seem to be held up by the 4-hour 9. Great 4-hour 9 there on what is a relative doji candle, not the biggest one, but a little doji candle. But yeah, doji candle, and then we had a nice move up from what was 96.77 to 97.15 ish. So a nice little move up there. Obviously, if you were short this drop out of this trend line, you would have obviously considered taking your profits there, which obviously some people did, which is why we partly why we got bought back up there. It would have been part of it. It would have added to the buying. But yeah, so obviously a breakdown. We'll actually draw this one on a breakdown of this level now, which is incidentally is the risk line. A breakdown of this level yeah, I mean, then that should trigger our move down to here. Are there any things we can tidy up a bit here? Yeah, we don't need this one because this one is now irrelevant. Don't really need this one now. Are we even deleting these? Are these even in deleting? Yeah, we got rid of the other one. This one here we don't really need, and we'll just leave these on. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we're looking at. It's a 4-hour daily. Yeah, we've done that. So that's dollar index done. Euro pound. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, so a bit of trickery going on here. So we dropped out, closed candles below, spiked all the way back up to actually test what is in effect this what in effect was this resistance, and the trend line and the horizontal resistance. We actually drew this on, must have drawn this on from yesterday, breaking above here. We drew the line, and that was our target. Perfect back test. I mean, this is why we like back test. And then after the back test, what happened? We then came back down, and that's what a back test is. That's where you basically sell the back test once we start to come down. So yeah, now we're actually below the 21 as well. So it isn't, yeah, so we could be making our way down. I would expect us to come down to this horizontal anyway. I'm interested to see exactly what we drew this off, and I did assume it would be the 4-hour, but yeah. So yeah, dropping out, nothing really to see here on the 12-hour TD wise or anything. It's just really just the thingy, just the it's really just the daily. It really just looks the same as the daily. That's it. But yeah, so we had this nice 9 here, 4-hour 9. Once we broke a candle above there, closed the candle, we then had the move up to pretty much really nearly where was our target, which was this zone here, horizontal and that, which we nearly got there. And yeah, and now we are moving back down lower than this 9 lower. So this is obviously looking weak, but it was a really nice back test. This is a really nice trend line. Break down the trend line, back test the trend line, and then come back down and come back down lower. That is textbook trading. This is why I talk about back tests all the time, and I talk about 4-hour 9s all the time. So yeah, this is why this sort of stuff happens basically. Aussie dollar Swiss franc. We'll go to that daily first. Daily indecision candle on the daily indecision. So we've got a lot of indecision. Broke above. We look like we are holding this range at the moment. Yeah, so I'd expect us really to play out some of this range. I'll extend this along a little bit and extend this along a bit. Yeah, so this is kind of what we're looking at really. Yeah, either breaking below these candles or well, potentially getting up to here. And then if we break it or we get resisted, I'll expect we get resisted at the first pass, but we'll see what happens if we get there. Yeah, nice 12-hour 9 here. 12-hour 9 gave us some weakness, but we're subsequently regaining that weakness. So yeah, but this would have been a good trade to eye up, but yeah, you pretty much would have, you'd either taken your profits quick or you would be out of this trade probably now, and now we are moving back up as well. 4-hour, nothing really to see on the 4-hour, nothing TD wise. Yeah, just drifting up price action really. Broke that horizontal, you can kind of see, broke the horizontal and then back tested and we're coming back up. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Let's go to that daily first. So yeah, we obviously this off 4-hour, we'll look at that when we get there. But yeah, looking like we are just going to come down and tap this and potentially the 200 daily. That's what I'd really be looking at on this asset over the next basically 3 days. 12-hour. 12-hour, yeah, it just looks pretty similar. Not a lot to see there. I didn't mean to click on that, but yeah, 4-hour. So we had it. This was the level. Yeah, I mean we had to break up and basically practically at our target, and then came straight back down again. And then we got another break up and came back down again. Yes, I mean that's obviously weak, bearish looking. And yeah, look like we're making a move. So I would expect this to come down to the 200 day. That's kind of what I'm expecting in this asset. US dollar, Japanese yen. Daily, yeah, pretty tight here. We'll get rid of a few of these arrows, just to tidy this up a little bit. Obviously we got some good moves we're looking for. Get rid of that one. If it wants to go, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, looking at a, well, hard to read this one. We're getting supported here. Are we going to reach the 200? I don't know. We're going to break down below here. I mean, that's really the trade. They're obviously the two lines we've got drawn on. Break below here, get down to here. I mean, I don't know why it's quite that punchy. Obviously, we're aiming at this level here, but the 200-day would obviously be an important target first. Not much to read on the 12-hour. The 12-hour, only really look at it. Daily is our main one for looking at the candles and the moving averages. The 12-hour is only to kind of look for nines, really. You only really use it for nines. To see if we've got any 12-hour nines. On the 4-hour, no trend in the 4-hour. Look how close these moving averages are. Yeah, not much to read in the fast. We're really just waiting for the break, either above or below here. I mean, we are above this one, but this one's not the. If you go back to the daily, we are basically above this one here. And sorry, back to the daily. That's the one. Yeah, we are. So we are basically we're trying to get above this one, and we've got this horizontal roughly the same level too. So really, I think that would trigger. But getting above here and closing above here instead of these wicks would probably trigger us to the 200-day. So I'd have a bullish bias, but obviously this is your stop. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc on the daily. Yeah, this is looking droopy. This is looking weak. It's looking like we've lost this anyway at the moment. Straighten that up a little bit. Lost this horizontal, and looks like we are coming down to at least this one, and if we break that one, then it's probably curtains. We'll just move this along. We'll have a nice move down, I think. Anything on the 12-hour? Nice moving average posture on the 12-hour. We had the nice 9 there that brought us back up again. What's the moving average on the daily looking like? Where is this 200-day? Oh, it's right above us. Yeah, so we are well under the 200-day. We've got the 21 crossing back over the 50. So this is obviously looking pretty weak. This is one of the stock market looking pairs, isn't it? It is. Yeah, we had basically what was pretty much a nice 9 buy here, but we obviously had a big move up, so you'd be struggling to buy into that one. But yeah, and then after that, move back down. Yeah, it's just looking weak. This is looking like it's going to come down, but we'll see. Euro, Japanese yen. Constructive. Do we have another tap of this trend line before we move out? I don't really know. This horizontal is obviously important. We close the daily above there. I think we'll just get more upside. We can see it maybe a bit more clear on the 12-hour. Yeah, a bit more clear. I mean, this is looking like it could break up. If it doesn't break up, it's going to break down. Yeah, 4-hour, nothing TD wise on the 4-hour. Let me just see those moving averages on the daily. Where's the 50? Oh, right. Right. Okay, yeah, right. So, yeah, this is constructive. We're above the 200, 50 coming up, above the 21 gonna turn up. Yeah, it's constructive. This is. Do we have any more tests down? I mean, are we going to lose this trend line and come back down and test the 200-day and then have a proper bounce? I don't know, because the 200-day is quite flat and roughly this level. So maybe we can come down and test the 21 one last time, and then we can explode to the upside. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Nothing here to read on the daily. We're just kind of in this range here, really. 12-hour. I guess we got a 12-hour 9 somewhere up here. Yeah, this one broke straight down. Yeah, all happened pretty quickly there, didn't it? Yeah, nothing really on the 4-hour. We're just playing out of range here. I'd probably have a downward bias to this. What's going on the daily moving average wise? Yeah, maybe not. It's difficult. It's hard to read this one. We've got our ranges really. Hard to read this one. Aussie dollar, US dollar. This is one we were looking at yesterday. We highlighted this one as yeah, potentially we're losing that line maybe. But we were brought back up pretty quick. Now we're above this level and it's looking very bullish. We'll just have a look at what we maybe were looking at. Yeah, this 9. This 9 obviously sent us down. Breaking the trend line, closing below it, but quickly getting brought back up. But yeah, so pretty much a little bit of a fake out there. And then that's going to trap some people in shorts, and I think that might give us the momentum to push up in this asset now. Obviously getting back above that 12/9 will be important. Yeah, this 9's roughly in the same place too. You can see we got, well, the weakness started around that candle, didn't stop. We stopped going up basically. Yeah, but yeah, this is looking bullish. Moving averages are looking are looking pretty bullish too. Golden cross, right positioning, 21.50, 200. 200 needs, you'd like the 200 to reverse its course, but yeah, maybe we're going to consolidate around here a little bit and play out this range still a little bit, maybe lose this trend line, play out this range whilst moving averages catch up, and then make a move up. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, daily, not too much to read on the daily here. Looking bullish though, looking good. This is one of the up the stairs, down the elevator shaft type moves. I see these all the time. This is sort of like low vol stair stepping move up, and then at some point we'll get a big candle down. How far down that candle goes, I don't know, and from what level that candle comes at, I also don't know. And we could just break above here and shoot straight up. But often you see moves like this. Oh, this is obviously a bit more exaggerated, but step, and then we do have quite a bigger move down. Yeah. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on that trend line. But generally speaking, it's looking all right. The daily night, the 12-hour line, obviously gave us a bit of resistance, but we're now it's trading above where that daily 9 was, so that's just bullish again. Bullish, and on the 4-hour 9 didn't really do a lot. But yeah, this just looks like a fake out of the trend line, really. Trapped some shorts, didn't really get the move they were looking for, and now we're going to squeeze them back up again. US dollar, Swiss franc, this is looking weak. Moving averages, very weak posture. Guided down by the 21. I think we're going to lose this level basically. It's not looking promising. This 12-hour 9 could help balance price, but currently it's not especially helping us, but we'll draw that on. And then I don't really know where to aim, because we can't realistically beat these highs. This is probably why it's just looking weak, but I would look to the 200 daily if we are gonna, but I think the 200 daily is miles away. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, realistically, I don't like to aim for the 50. The 50 is a bit pointless. Yeah, this horizontal would be what I'll potentially aim for. We'll draw it on sort of this horizontal level if we do break. That's, I think, is the only real realistic target, because I don't really want to put in the 21 daily, but even though we are quite away from it at the present moment, but obviously if we break above that candle, then we won't be very far away. We'll obviously be up here rather than down there, so we'll be closer to it. 4-hour 9 as well, moving up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, overall I don't think it's gonna have the strength to react off this 12-hour 9, but we've got the level in. The level might come in as a level of importance further down the line. Obviously we do see that happen often, so we will leave it in. 12-hour US dollar, Brazilian real. Yeah, I mean, we basically lost this level, faked out above it, so realistically we're going to come down to test this level, possibly. I don't want to say probably, but yeah, maybe we could be coming down. Nice 9-hour, nice 12-hour 9, a nice 9-hour 12-hour 9. Yeah, it's obviously trying to bounce the price, but we're getting resisted here. So yeah, taking out the low of this, we'll draw this on. Taking out the low of this candle, then yeah, I expect to move down. It's quite a punchy target. That candle's quite like arrow's quite big. I would propose we move it to here. And then see how we react with this level, and then yeah, if we break it, then yeah, low, we'll just recycle this arrow. That's kind of what we're looking at in here. 4-hour, anything on the 4-hour? No, not really. You can kind of just see this little range we've got. Yeah, so we're waiting for a break above or below this range. US dollar, Mexican peso, 12-hour daily. Yeah, nice daily 9, break below it, came down, yeah, we're going to back test this trend line, maybe we'll back test that trend line. We'll have to see. 12-hour, yeah, we had this level. Obviously it's still a continuation sell, but we bounced off it instead. The buy would have been there and we moved up, so nice 12-hour 9 trade there. Nothing really on the 4-hour, nothing to read here on the 4-hour. And then finally, US dollar, Turkish lira. That was threatening to bust out of its very tight consolidation. It's threatening to go up. It's threatening, but it's got to start making some moves. Otherwise, my God, where is this 200 daily? Wow. Yeah, it's got to start making some moves. Otherwise, we could be coming down, and we've got a long way down to go. Yeah, I mean, you can see we're above it. We're consolidating above it marginally, but there's not a lot of range. This is only, I mean, really, you could just look at this as not really much price action. We just drifted up a little bit. Don't know whether we can consider this a proper break. Then we're going to now fly up. We'll just have to see. I mean, it looks like we could easily just drift back down. So hard to read this one. Very stable, very stable. It basically moved a long way away from the, a long way up away from the moving averages. Now stabilizing. Just look, you see it. You see, just this is ludicrous price action. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so that's it, guys. So remember, this is not a financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys on the next one.